How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In today's episode, we're pressing Lana. Wish I could. How many years exactly? She said that she worked with Gant for many years. We're cross-examining her fucking statement about how she's the only one who forged the crime scene during the Joe Darker killings, and that Chief Gant had nothing to do with it, even though he did, and he's full of shit. Ever since I made a senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. 24 and you were a senior detective? Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Was that some kind of school for prodigies? Fucking hate that idea of being a prodigy. Maybe because I'm just a piece of shit on anything I ever fucking do. Edmund Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. Still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Did you do so to help your sister? No, I did it for fun. Joe Darker was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable, self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. I guess I can't really see her going to jail just because she tried to save herself from a serial killer. She was traumatized that day all because of that creep. Oh, come on, Neil Marshall wasn't that bad. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana, that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? He might have been the brother of some fucking cowboy weirdo, but he wasn't such a creep. Kinda looked like some kind of fucking kangaroo motherfucker. Like he's from Australia. Even though I doubt he is. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. You say you did all this by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken Prosecutor Award knife was stuck in the victim's butt. The broken Prosecutor Award knife? You mean this fucking thing he's holding? They're really going with this? Yeah, I guess this fucking spear from the award is detachable and you can just stab people with it? That sounds fucking retarded. What? Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamt was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but you will never change the testimony statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall would wound up being killed by Darker? Some shit like that, I don't know anymore. That is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Darker was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh shit, I was lying on the floor a little distance away. I was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up for her lies with more lies. Yeah, that kind of always comes up when you fucking lie so much. Oh, just to protect me. How fucking noble to be lying this much. So when you found a scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. Also this weekend, my friend is having a... Is it this weekend? Today is... Fucking wish I could... Today is the 2nd. Oh fuck, so it's not the case. Oh man. So that loop on the third movie I was telling you about is actually in 2 weeks. So that means I could go watch Godzilla this fucking weekend. And fucking watch loop on the third in 2 weeks. Oh shit. My only motivation was to, damn it. Hold on. I screwed up. I broke off the tip of Darky's knife, planted it inside the wound, and moved the body. That's fucking ridiculous. You gotta be kidding me. Why would you do all that shit? Then you move the body? Why? Why would you do that? That's so stupid. You of all people should know Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deducted it was, by Chief Gain's desk. The body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body... The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my palm. That doesn't explain why you moved the body. Pieces of the jar, you mean? Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. It truly is fucking garbage. In order to show that Darky committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was all ready. Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. If it was shattered to pieces, then when the fuck was the message Emma written on it? What, someone put the pieces back, wrote the message, shattered the pieces again? Well, Marsha was dead and Darky was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during the struggle. This game is truly something. What's the matter, Emma? Is all this fucking stupid? I think it is. Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there is more to it than that. There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. My only motivation was to get Darky convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. See, I rearranged the crime scene? Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? Murderer? I hate that word, and how many times it's being said in this game? How many times I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. I'm so desperate to hide that fact. You're willing to risk a death sentence? She's lying. She did it so it wouldn't be blamed for what happened. So I wouldn't be blamed. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable? There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying. However, she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists to fabricated evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. Got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. The stupid fucking jar. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You made a forgery at the crime where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that's true for it to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life... How long is this episode? Damn, only 9 minutes. Will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction with your testimony. Contradiction in my testimony? Testified, oops, the pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. That's right. Do you have a problem with that shit, man, motherfucker? Huh? You got a problem? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on the jar with the victim's blood. For some fucking reason. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Why? What was going through his head? Who knows? It's a dead man's last words. Who knows what he was thinking? probably freaking out. Exactly so, and this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, must not have yet been broken before he died. It's what I've been fucking saying all this time. Thank you for finally bringing this to attention. I don't really have anything else to say. Movies I wanted to see, games I've been playing, lots of different games I've been playing. I'm looking for a new job. I will have a week off. Gotta take care of some shit. For example, call up my school. Get a new passport. Get some kind of a notice of not being convicted of any crimes ever in my life. Some other stuff. Couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Order. Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. May be missing something critical here. Something critical? Critical Rex? Chief Prosecutor. Seems you're as far in the dark as we are. Or the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. Piece together the information to arrive at a truth. Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony. Jar message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. So I spat on it, and it wiped some of the blood away. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. You know what? I had to connect those stupid dots to make up the Emma sign, but I have a fucking spray which reveals blood traces. Don't know why I couldn't just spray the jar with it. To be sure, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. Seems like you missed one, though, you stupid bitch. I mean, you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Tarky was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. I immediately noticed. Whoops. So the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. Yeah, it truly is. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. And fuck you. Not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You're an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe? We didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I wouldn't have. Also, why does everyone calls it a jar? It's clearly a vase. For like keeping flowers inside or something. Actually, what is the purpose of this fucking thing? I don't know, because it has 2 holes in it. Which doesn't make any fucking sense. It's a decorative piece of garbage. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. That helps my case. Lana, you do that for me? You grind them up with your teeth? Seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. Must have been a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Darky killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in this situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. Wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. Oh, you're fucking sure you got them all? How could you see you with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. I got cat vision. The detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol whenever I go. Yeah, we could really use it to fucking show if there was anything else written on the jar. Never miss anything, I got every last piece. Sure about that? That sounds stupid. Sounds like you're bragging. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene? Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana, I didn't know. Treated you so badly all this time? It's not too late. Still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this barrel. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. Her sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradiction of testimony. It's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Which one? Damn it, I had the pieces like... Well, they didn't wipe everything away. This guy believes this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gaines' safe. The Chief's safe? But how? I knew it, she really didn't know. So when she gathered all the pieces, she had to piece the jar in pieces. She wiped away the message, but there was one piece that slipped away where you could see the message more clearly, and then when we found the pieces in the evidence room and glued them back together with gumshoe, there was one big piece missing, which was the piece we found in Chief Gaines' office later. Something even more disturbing about the final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. I guess she missed one. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up to the scene. Chief Gaines got there before you. Huh. Or the piece flew off somewhere and she didn't found it. That's actually strange. I don't know. Couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I guess they later had to search the whole fucking place, so they would have probably found it. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. Also, I'm sure that place was searched multiple times later on, so... That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were all in my mouth all along. Can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When the witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, yeah. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. The person discovered the scene prior to the witness. Hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gaines at the time. He was looking but darker downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? Also, I think the armor set was way too far from where the jar was for Marshall to write a message on it. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? I feel like the judge, right, should have more fucking facial expressions. I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. Proceed to break the jar and purposely hide one of the broken pieces. Question, what is this action called? Fabbricazione of evidenzione, but why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Darkhead. Sparing Emma, and the rain lies the reason? The fuck does the rain mean? What, deranged? The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. Oh damn, she bit her finger. Gonna bite her finger off. I didn't do it on my own. Please stop trying to protect the chief. Can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. What you did, it wasn't your Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. He's a piece of shit. Defense attorneys make up their most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you two seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Oh, thanks, you fucking assholes. Wait a minute. What if I fucking do lie and make up a bunch of shit? I'm not even a defense attorney. Still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, right? So, do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. About what, though? What? If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. I think Gant's the one who wrote Emma on a jar, not... If we're claiming he got there before anyone else, then it's entirely possible that he wrote Emma in blood. He wrote Emma in blood, and Neil Marshall's blood on the jar, broke it, hid one of the pieces, and got the fuck away from there. Not sure how and when he did that, but if everyone was in a rush to find Darkhead, then I'm not sure when the fuck he found the time to do that. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. This guy, if you will. I can't... There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. Come on, finish the game. It's so close. I'll testify about what I really saw. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Final cross-examination. Actual crime scene. Holy shit. Are we there at the end of the game? It's always such an exciting moment when you reach the end of the game in a Let's Play and then you know you can fucking move on to a different game. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Darker were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I could Chief can't help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. That's bullshit. Unbelievable. Such foul lies. Man, I'm disappointed with this fucking lemon flavor. It sucks. My hair looks like shit. Oh man, I'm not coming out of the fucking house today. I don't care. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on an armor sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Could it be someone fucking else impaled? Neil Marshall on the suit of armor? That's fucking crazy. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What, to me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Is it in this fucking book? Is it inside? That's the only shit I received. Oh, I can't check the... How do I present? Well, very well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any fucking pictures. Not since she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her that... Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Oh, look at this chicken, it's cute. Wish I could take that as a thumbnail, but if I cut out such a small square, it's gonna look so fucking blurry. Pio. Oh look, maybe I should have fucking looked a bit closer. There's a picture here. Really fucking gory as fuck picture, damn. Oh my fucking god. Why is part of his vest missing? This is the actual crime scene. It's pretty gory. No, the detective saw the crime scene like this because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Then a picture inserted into the court record. That's right. The piece cut out from his vest, could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Ken's safe? Which bears your fingerprints? What's this? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whose fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. It's yours. I'm not sure what the fuck that means though. What? But those fingerprints... They're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? I don't know. It's all really weird. Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Murderer. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. My fucking god. Actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled. Oh, never mind then. Come on now, Oogie. It's the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief King, the fuck are you doing interrupting my cross-examination? You do that shit? Well, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? So I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. No, you can. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? I already declined to testify. That means you forfeit your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. That's what I thought too. Just sit fucking back, you bitch. And enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. That's fucking great. GGG. I wish there was no text. So what, you think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't really give a shit. I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So what's your excuse, righto? Shit. Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You don't have something to show. You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is that true, Mr. Wright? Damn it, I do. Shit. What do I do now? If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, you If you have any more evidence presented now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The ones that show who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Fuck. Cannot. I can't. Or should I? Fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna stop the episode though. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.